Hi everyone, welcome to the session of CNC Cellular Mobile Communication. So in this session, we will discuss about the GSM services and features. What are the features of GSM and what is the difference between GSM and CDMA? So these topics we will cover in this session. In previous session, we have covered what are the GSM channels we have. So mainly we have three types of GSM channels: physical channels, logical channels, and voice channels. These three channels covered in previous session. So now we will see the services and features of GSM and the difference of GSM and CDMA. So this is out of syllabus, but there may be a chance of getting a question from this topic. So that's why we will cover this topic also. So first one, GSM services. What are the GSM services we have? So GSM offers much more services rather than a just voice telephone. So normally GSM offers these type of services. Here we have three basic types of services. First one, telephony services or tele services. Second one, data services or bearer services. Third one, supplementary services. So GSM offers more services than voice telephony. That means with the addition of voice telephony, it also gives some services. So those services are: first one, tele services; second one, bearer services or data services; third one, supplementary services. So first one, tele services. So tele services are further classified as three types. First one, voice calls; second one, video text and passive mail; third one, short text message. So GSM offers teleservices, and in teleservices we have subcategories. That means it is again classified as three types: voice calls, video text and passive mail, and short text message. So voice calls. First one, voice calls. So the most basic teleservice supported by GSM is telephone. So that means in order to make a call, we can make a call by using the GSM telephone, and this includes full rate speech at 13 kbps. So that means it gives better speech quality with the rate of 13 kbps, and we can also make emergency calls. So that means emergency call means if you want to dial some emergency number like 3-digit number 101121, so those calls can also be provided by the GSM. So those are all comes under voice calls. So that is in order to make a call with better speech quality, and in order to make some emergency calls, we can make so we can use GSM. And next one, video text and passive mail. So another group of teleservices includes video text access, teletext transmission, and passive mail alternate speech. So that is, we can transmit video text by using GSM. We can transmit teletext, and also we can transmit passive mail. That is, we can use passive mail. Passive mail means it is a copy of original document. So that is, we can transmit the copy of original document by using the GSM technology. So this is also one of the feature or service provided by the GSM. Okay, we can transmit video text, we can transmit teletext, and we can also transmit the rough copy, that is copy of original document. And next one is short text message. We know short text message means that is short messaging service. We can also call it as SMS. So SMS service is a text messaging service that allows sending and receiving text messages. So that is, if you are using some GSM phone, we can send or we can receive SMS. That is short messaging service. Okay. So in addition to this SMS, simple text messages, other text data including news, sports, financial, language, and location-based data can also be transmitted. That means we can also transmit news, we can also transmit sports information, financial information, depending on the language, and we can also transmit the location-based data. Okay. So these are the services provided by the GSM, and these are all comes under teleservices. Okay. So we can make calls, we can make emergency calls, we can send video text, we can send teletext, we can send that is we can use passive mail, and we can send SMS. And we can also transmit news, sports, financial related data, and location based data also. So next service provided by the GSM is bearer services, or we can also call it as data services. So these are used through GSM phone, that is data services are used by the use of GSM phone, that is to receive or send data. That is, in order to receive the data or in order to send the data, we can use GSM phone, and that means it leads to internet access and mobile data transfer. So that is, in order to access the internet, in order to get some mobile data, or we can transfer some mobile data by using the GSM phone. This will come under bearer services or data services. Data services means to receive or send data by using the GSM phone, and it leads to internet access, and we can also transfer the mobile data. So that is the data transfer is that is the rate of data transfer is 9.6. Okay, and it has also it have been developed with the HSCST. HSCST is high speed circuit switch data, and also GPRS. GPRS in general packet radio service. So GSM also provides more services with the addition of HSCST and GPRS, and also they are also now available. Okay. So next, third service is supplementary services. So supplementary services or the additional services. These are the additional services that is provided by the GSM. That is, in addition with tele services, in addition with bearer services, we can also get some supplementary services. That is additional services provided by the GSM. So what are the additional services we have? So those services are, first one, caller identification, next call forwarding, next call waiting, next multi-party conversation. Multi-party conversation means conference call, and bearing of outgoing calls, that is international calls. So these are all comes under supplementary services or additional services. Okay. So here we have a brief explanation about supplementary services. First one is conferencing. That is conference call. So we know conference call. So it allows a mobile subscriber to establish a multi-party conversation. So that is a simultaneous conversation between the subscribers, between 3 or more subscribers can be achieved by using the GSM phone. Okay. So that is conference call means we can communicate with 3 or more number of subscribers at a time. So it allows a mobile subscriber to establish a multi-party conversation. So that is about conferencing. Second one is call waiting. So we know call waiting. Call waiting is this is an additional service. So this service notifies a mobile subscriber of an incoming call during conversation. So that is, the subscriber can answer the call, can reject the call, can ignore the incoming call. So call waiting means, suppose person A talks with person B. So that is, at that time person C makes a call to person, then it notifies. That is, if you are using some GSM phone, that is the incoming call will be notified by the subscriber, that is person A, and by the notification the subscriber, that is person A, can answer a call or can reject a call, can ignore a call. So that means call waiting means this is the additional service. By the use of this service, we can notify that we can have some incoming call if the conversation is done between two persons. Okay. So next one is call hold. So this service allows a subscriber to put an incoming call on hold and resume after a while. So the call hold service is applicable to all. So call hold means call holding. So in this case also, if person A makes a call person B, at that time person C makes a call to person A, then the incoming call will be notified by person A, and if it is an important call, then he can put the person B call on hold, and after some time it will resume. That means after some time, after call is completed, that is with person C, then automatically after some time person A makes that is person A communicate with person B. Okay, so this service allows a subscriber to put the incoming call on hold. So uh, in order to put the incoming call on hold, we are using this service that is call hold. So next one is call forwarding. Call forwarding is used to divert calls from the original recipient to another number. So it is normally set up by the subscriber himself. So it can be used by the subscriber to divert calls from the mobile station when the subscriber is not available. So that is call forwarding is the additional feature or service provided by the GSM, and it is used to divert the calls from the original recipient. So that is when we are busy or when we are in the location where we cannot get some sufficient signal, then we can use this service. By the use of this service, we can divert the calls from original recipient, that is from our phone. We can divert the call to another number. Okay, so this is the another feature which is provided by the GSM. So next one is call bearing. So call bearing is useful to restrict certain types of outgoing calls such as IST or stop incoming calls from undesired numbers. So in order to stop the incoming call from undesired number, we can use call bearing feature. Call bearing means call stopping. So stop the incoming calls from undesired numbers. So that is if we may get some international numbers, incoming call from international number, uh, if it is a suspicious number, then we can block, we can stop that call. Okay. So by the use of this feature. So call bearing means we can stop the incoming call from undesired numbers or from international numbers. Okay. So that is about call bearing. So next one is number identification. So there are some supplementary services related to number identification. That is additional features related to the number identification. So first one is calling line identification presentation. Calling line identification presentation. So this service displays the telephone number of the calling party on your screen. By the use of this feature or this service, it displays the telephone number of the calling party on your screen. So that is when we are make a call, then that number will be displayed on our screen by the use of this feature. Okay. Next, calling line identification restriction. So a person not wishing their number to be presented on other subscribers, then we can use this feature. When we want, that is, we are not wishing to display our number on other subscribers, then we can use this feature. Okay, that is calling line identification restriction. A person not wishing their number to be presented on other subscriber display, then we can use this feature. Okay. So next one is connected line identification presentation. So this service is provided to give the calling party the telephone number of the person to whom they are connected. So this is when the incoming call, or when we are making when we have some incoming call, or when we are making a call. So this is calling line identification presentation, and this is call connected line, that is called after we make a call. When call is connected, then it is the feature. These two are one and the same. This is calling line identification presentation, connected line identification presentation. This is when the incoming call, that is when we are making a call or we are receiving a call, and this is connected and after the call is connected. Okay, that is in order to display our number on the other subscriber display. When it is connected, then we can use this feature. In order to present our number on other person display, we can use this feature. This is connected line identification restriction. This is similar to calling line identification restriction. So this is comes under when we are making a call, and this is when we make a call. Okay, that is after the call is established. So when the call is established and we are not wishing to display our number on other subscriber display, then we can use this feature. That is connector line identification restriction. Okay, so these are all additional features or supplementary services which are related to the number identification. Okay, so these are all the services provided by the GSM. Next one is malicious call identification. So that is malicious call identification is provided by the GSM to combat the spread of absence or annoying calls. So that is if you have some malicious call or a suspicious call, then we can use this feature. Okay, it is provided to combat the annoying calls. Okay, so the victim should subscribe to this service, and then they could cause known malicious calls to be identified in the GSM network using a simple command. So when we want to identify the malicious call, then we should subscribe this service. Okay, after subscription, we can identify the malicious calls. Okay, so that is about the GSM services. So in GSM services, we have tele services, data services, and supplementary services. Those are all also called as additional services. So next one, features of GSM module. What are the features of GSM module we have? So the features of GSM module include the following. Following means we have following features. First one, improved spectrum efficiency. We can use the spectrum we can use the spectrum more efficiently by the use of GSM, or we can increase the spectrum efficiency. Next, international roaming. International roaming is provided by the GSM. And next, it can also compatible with ISDN networks. ISDN means integrated services digital network. GSM also compatible with integrated services. That is, if you have some ISDN networks, it also compatible with that network. Okay. It supports for new services. If you have some new service, it also supports that type of services. Next, SIM phone book management. That is, we can manage phone book. We can manage phone book by the use of GSM. Next, fixed dialing number. We have some fixed dial, that is FDM feature. Next, real-time clock with alarm management. We have some clock with alarm management, and we can get some high quality speech. We can get some high quality speech if you use some GSM network, GSM technique. So next, similarly uses encryption to make phone calls more secure. So it also provides security by the use of encryption method. And we can also send some SMS, that is short message service. We can also send or receive SMS. Okay, so these are the features we have when we use some GSM model. Okay, so next, what is the difference between GSM and CDM? So mainly we have these types of differences between GSM and CDMA. So first one is frequency. So frequency is for the GSM is 900 MHz, 1800 MHz, and 1900 MHz. And the frequency for the CDMA is 800 MHz and 1900 MHz. Okay. So what is GSM? What is CDMA? We know GSM means Global System for Mobile Communication. CDMA means Code Division Multiple Access. Okay. So before the GSM is evolved, we are using some CDMA phones. Okay. So what are the differences we have between the GSM and CDMA? So these are all the differences we have between the GSM and CDMA. First one is frequency. Second one is SIM card. So in GSM phone, we have some SIM card. We are using SIMs, and whereas we go for CDMA, there is no SIM. Okay. If you use CDMA phone, that is a handset phone. There is no SIM. And next, techniques used. What are the techniques used in GSM? So we are using FDMA and TDMA techniques, mainly in the GSM technology. That is frequency division multiple access and time division multiple access we can use. And CDMA means this is spread spectrum. That is, in CDMA we use code division multiple access. Next, compatibility. So if you the feature of compatibility represents, that is where if you go for GSM, it is better than CDMA. And whereas if you go for CDMA, it can't be used overseas. So that is, it is not good as GSM if you go for the compatibility. Next, flexibility. Flexibility to a variety of phones. So it is flexible. It is flexible. That means we can insert the SIM in any phone. We can use that phone. That is, we can have some flexibility, but there is no flexibility. In CDMA, there is no flexibility. Next, system capacity. System capacity is fixed. If you go for GSM technology, the system capacity is fixed and limited. And if you go for CDMA, whereas in CDMA that is flexible, higher than GSM. Okay. And next, economics. Economics means coming to the price, GSM is expensive compared to CDMA, and CDMA is lower than GSM. Because of all these features, it is GSM phone is expensive compared to the CDMA. Okay. So this is the comparison between GSM and CDMA. We have more comparison, but these are the main points. So this gives the difference between GSM and CDMA. So CDMA means it comes under when we go for 2G and 3G technologies. That is, in that case, we go in that, that is, if you use some 2G technology, if you use some 3G technology, there were some CDMA phones. Okay, but coming to the 4G, mainly most of the subscribers uses GSM phones or GSM technology. Okay. So that is about the comparison of GSM and CDMA, and this is the features of GSM module or GSM technology. And next, these are the services. These are the services of GSM. Okay, thank you.